What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Team Notorious podcast. Today, I am with Barrett, aka Jared, Chap, and Corbin, aka Corey.
Yeah.
And we are basically going to talk about some of the things that have been going on these past couple of weeks, specifically with our acquisition of the Call of Duty roster. If you guys are following us on social media, you might have seen that we have officially signed a full Challengers team for the CDL 2022-2023 season. And it was I believe that it was crazy. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. The things that we had to pull together to get it to all basically work out here at the end. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. And if anybody wants to lead us off, we can start with basically the tweet.
Yeah, let's start with how it began.
So I'm sitting there, dude, literally like normal, working on the city, stuff like that, working on things with Chap, whatever I was doing, and I get a notification on my phone on Twitter, and I never actually see Twitter, and it was from Doug. It was just like, let me bring up the tweet.
Doug Censor Martin, like Censor.
Yeah.
He's a pretty big name in the Call of Duty scene.
Yeah, so Doug tweeted, I can't exactly bring up the tweet right now, but it was basically along the lines of, hey, if any organization looking to sponsor these guys and send these guys out, we basically, I want to play against the best. It would not feel right not playing against the best. And I said to Chap, I was like, dude, Chap, should I tweet at Wee Man and be like, DM us, we'll get you there? And then Chap was like, I don't care, screw it. And I called you, Cade, and you were like, dude, might as well. Like, it'd be stupid not to. And I was like, I mean, we might have to just throw like 10 G's on the credit card, but we'll make it work, right? And you were like, yeah, I mean, it'd be stupid not to. And Wee Man replied and was like, you want to sponsor us? Like, yeah, like I don't really know what we're doing. Like, yeah, like let me know. And he was like, we'd probably need 3,500. And I was like, oh, that's better than 10 grand. And it didn't seem so expensive at the time, and now after booking our flights for Major 2 and everything, we actually, for two hotel rooms for them, one for us, flights for them, flights for you, 4 tickets and a Challengers pass, still cheaper than just their flights.
Yeah. I found it. It says, Doug tweeted on 12/9 saying, any orgs interested in picking up the number 1 seed for Rally, all they did was win, and they can't find anyone to help them or help get them from Europe to Rally. I'd feel ashamed not to play the best competition at the tournament.
Dude, thank you,
and
Doug.
That's when.
And we got to see Doug there, and I was like, yo, Doug, thank you. And he's like, for what? And I was like, you got them. You got us to be able to get them here. He's like, oh, you're the ones who signed. And I was like, yeah. He's like, thank you. I'm like, dude, like, thank you. And this will bring us into like what we want to talk about. What I want to talk about with you guys is it is so bullcrap how overlooked the EU scene is. I mean, especially they're insanely talented.
And I think that's something that we'll probably discuss here a little bit later on in the podcast once we like explain the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I completely agree. It's a little. I mean, EU. It's first of all, you got the Challenger scene that sometimes it definitely feels like it's just overlooked. Like people, you pay all this money to get into the pro league, and they basically give you their full, I guess you can say full attention.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Yeah. So so you're paying this money, and at least they're gonna give you their attention. But then it kind of leaves the Challenger scene on the back burner, and then if you add the EU scene on top of that, it's just not a very good situation for those guys that are competing over there. And again, the talent's there. It's just want to bring it back to where like the initial how fast everything had to happen. That tweet Doug tweeted on like 12/9, which was the day that what day was Raleigh? What day did we leave for Raleigh?
The 14th.
The 14th. Like
14th. Holy.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was up till 5 a.m. booking flights. I was literally up with a declining credit card.
I was up with you.
Yeah, me too. It was I had to type up a player contract in like a matter of like 10 minutes.
You and Birdie.
We had to do. Friday night is the tweet
process.
They had to leave on Wednesday, so we had 4 days basically to get everything. Thank God Wee Man was even up. Like, what time did you even respond to him? I think it was we're Eastern.
5 p.m. East, so it was like 9 p.m. their time. But the thing is I then had to go out, and I went out to eat with my dad, and
Yeah.
I was like, I can't go out to dinner. He's like, dude, are you kidding me? I was like, we might be signing a Challengers team. And he was like, well, we're going to go. And then he kept pushing it off till 7 p.m. And finally we flew home, and I literally got home at 7:15, which is when we met with them. And they were up until 11 p.m. our time.
And that's a 6 p.m. difference, or a 6 hour difference.
5 for them, 6 for Eric.
Yeah, so it was like like
late, and
I
they
don't even
played
know.
the next day.
Yeah, so basically after Wee-Man responded to us, we hopped in a Discord call with Wee-Man. Maple was extremely sick, so he wasn't in the original Discord call. So I think it was Wee-Man, Eric Boom, and Furious, and we got in a call with them, and we spent the rest of the night trying to get flights and get flights booked. And to their benefit, they already found a hotel picked out, so
the Red Roof. That's Chilt's favorite.
Yeah. But yeah, they had the hotel already. They basically just needed the flights to get there. And I think that by the end of the night we had the flights booked. And then it all happened in literally less than 24 hours. We had the team, we had the contracts, and we had the flights in less than 24 hours, and then that basically set us all the way up until Wednesday. They flew out, so basically I was working. I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So I booked a plane, or I booked a flight for Friday. So Jared, Chap, and Corey were able to. Their plan was to fly down or drive down to North Carolina on Thursday. And I was going to fly down on Friday. So I wasn't going to get to the venue. I wasn't actually going to be able to see the matches start until Saturday morning. But we fast forward to Wednesday, and as the players are getting on the flights, we have a little hiccup.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to discuss what happened
hiccup,
there.
Chap, please.
So
you were the one who.
So Rick was with us. We can't forget about Rick. Rick's in the passenger seat.
No, this was in my bar. This was at the.
No, this is at the house.
This is at the
house.
Yeah,
we were sitting there, and then
that's why we left. That's why we left.
You guys decided to leave because you guys didn't know what to do. So you just said, we're driving.
What happened was we got the message.
We were in the car.
Okay, so Chap doesn't remember, but we were.
Okay, anyways, I checked my phone, and I see a notification in our group chat with all the players.
And you looked at me with a disgusting face, and I never want to see it again.
I looked at you, and I was like, something happened. And I tell him that Furious DM'd us, and he couldn't get through U.S. Customs because of documentation. So he was refused entry for Rally.
Yes.
So I looked at Barrett, and we let the team know. And they let us know, like, listen, we're going to find a fourth. We got it. And obviously, we like Call of Duty, but we're not. We might.
I wouldn't know I was going to text Ryan. I clearly don't have an idea for a sub.
So we let them have full control, and
we basically were just like, guys, we trust you. Like, we believe that you're gonna figure it out.
They were there. Like, they were already.
They were there.
The other three were already made it in. Like, they were already doing their, like, they were already started to get. I think that Furious let them know before he let us know, so I think that they were already had like a little heads up, like he's not getting in. So they were already doing their scouting and trying to find a pickup to play for us, but let me tell you, it was one of those moments where it was like, oh my god, like it's so close, like we're here, like we just need to get it, like, and then it's like, boom, what do we do now? So they hopped in the car and just. They just drove down where like
you didn't even want to sleep. I was
like
I
10
just want to drive.
Like they got there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work texting, trying to figure out. I was like, guys, like, any updates? Like, what's going on? And then we got the pickup. And if anyone wants to go ahead and talk about the pickup.
So the way it was is that we get there in the morning. We don't know what's going on yet. We're chilling in the hotel room. We go watch some COD. We go there. to the event. We go to the venue, watch some, and then we send a message saying, "Hey, do you guys have any idea yet? Like, who might play?" Because earlier that night, when they sent out a tweet, the rest of the teammates saying we need a substitute. We saw some messages, and then we saw Parasite pop up, and he hit us with a tweet. He hit them with a tweet saying this, and then we were like, "Holy crap!" Could
Yeah,
you imagine if Parasite?
Yeah, Parasite tweeted out that if anyone has a Battle Beaver, and I believe it was an Astro headset.
Yeah, an pair of Astros.
So we're trying to like put two and two together yet because we still don't know like who the official sub is yet.
We don't know if we're playing.
Yeah, we don't know yet. So like halfway through Thursday, we get a text message saying, "Yeah, we have a limited down between people. We just want to see who like fits bets for us." So like, all right, sweet. They know somebody. They're solid. They have a player. They know who they want to get in mind. Friday comes along, and that's the day that they're playing their first game. And we walk up to him. We're like, "Yeah, so who'd you guys pick up?" And he's like, "Parasite's gonna be playing with us." And we're like, "Oh
Damn,
my
world
word!"
champion for us.
Just absolutely stunned. We're like, "Holy!" Like,
Yeah, it was like a surreal moment. Like we obviously are no strangers to Call of Duty, and anybody who watches Call of Duty knows who Parasite is, and it was just one of those moments where it was like we just made our entry into the scene. Like we got our break because we like as I think we talked about in episode 1, like we always wanted to like
wanted to
we
be
have the
there.
we had the RP server, and our like 5-year plan was like eventually be able to like support a Call of Duty team and like make our entry into the COD scene. And by the grace of God, we got the opportunity just landed in our lap to where this opportunity came about. And like just being able to have a team, and even though an unfortunate circumstance happened and our full roster wasn't able to play, to have somebody as like a high valued as Parasite step in, especially like we got to give credit where credit's due for Parasite, because if it wasn't for him, not only would we be screwed,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
he took a big risk on us in playing.
And he had to beat his own team, which he didn't think he was gonna even be able to play against them. He thought it was over.
because he was there coaching. He wasn't anticipating playing. He wasn't scrimming with a full team to like for the possibility of having to play in this tournament. So it was basically just like he saw our guys in need, and I'm sure that he's talked to them before and he's pretty close with them, and he was given the opportunity himself, and he basically stepped in and he played phenomenally. And we'll talk later.
It was disgusting. He was nice with it.
And now, after the results that he's had in this tournament, it like sparked something in him, and we're following him on Twitter. We see it, and he's playing again. So it's all around great.
I'm pretty sure he's streaming right now, actually.
Yeah. So again, appreciate you for stepping in and helping us out. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the best in the future on your new team. And we'll see you at Major 2 in Boston. But yeah, so now we can talk about the actual tournament itself and the venue and our experience that we had at Raleigh, because it's different. We've been to majors in the past as spectators, not as team owners or affiliated with any organization in any way, and let me tell you, it's a lot different of an experience being there to root on your own team than it is to be there and like root on somebody else's team.
You guys put me that was my first major. That was my first ever COD event.
But to me, it was awesome. I don't think that there's ever going to be another moment. That was our first one, because like we'll have many more, but nothing will be as special as like the first one. And I don't think we could have asked for a better venue or tournament for our first one. I thought it was just all around. It was awesome. Like you had the Call of Duty Mobile Championship was going on the left side of the venue. Then in the middle you had the Pro League, and then on the right side you had the Challenger Station. So it was like, everything was all, everything was all inclusive. Everybody was around each other. It was just a lot of fun. An all around like awesome event.
I know the Call of Duty Mobile Championship was pretty cool.
I want to play.
Because whenever we would first walk in, because we would get there early in the morning. Obviously, doors open at 8:30. We were there like 9, 10 on some days.
Yeah.
And we'd walk in. Yeah, we'd walk in. and the Call of Duty Mobile's already playing, like they're going. So while we're waiting for challengers and obviously the CDL to start in the middle, we would just watch the mobile championship going on and seeing like how it's crazy to think how different each scene is. Like you have 3 different scenes
Yeah.
in one event in like one convention
Yeah.
center. So that was pretty surreal.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is one of the crazy aspects. It's because it's not like some people might just be there for the COD Mobile event, competing for that, and then some people might just be there for the challenger side.
Mhm.
Some people are just spectators and want to just go see the pros play.
Yeah.
So there's just a whole bunch of different people that all came together just to enjoy the same
Yeah.
Call of Duty experience.
Yeah, but obviously I wasn't able to be there. I flew in Friday, like I said. I wasn't able to be there Thursday or Friday during the day for the event. So I just want to ask you guys, like, how was Thursday and Friday?
Slow.
Since I wasn't able to be there, I know that our
Tired.
team's first couple matches were on Friday. So like, how, from what you guys were able to see on Friday, like, how was that? You basically got to see the first matches as Team Notorious. You got to watch
Yeah.
Team Notorious's
It
debut.
was it was crazy because on the back of our sweatshirts it says like "Be Notorious," like hashtag Be Notorious, and just them sitting in the chair, like you see them sitting in the chair, and then you just see
Yeah.
like your brand on their back. It's just like, damn, like you're just looking at it, then you're like, wow,
That's
like
insane.
that's
yeah,
like
you guys watching me scrambling on my phone, getting our game day graphics and everything else ready to
Yeah,
go.
Chap had to
like,
do Photoshop mobile.
So it's a
like,
lot more work than you actually think.
No,
Like, you
you're
think
way-
like you're there and like that's
it's-
it. But
it
No,
was
paying
it's
attention
crazy
to
to
matches,
see.
getting the updates out for everyone who couldn't, since Challengers wasn't streamed. I was paying really close attention, getting Twitter updates ready to go, keeping our community updated on what was going on. That was just pretty surreal, just seeing like people that we've all become really close with, to even form friendships, even like to be the one big family. Seeing them root for you so hard as much as these guys do, that was also like really surreal.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we
So
were
like
we
what?
were hyped. We had the biggest fan base there in the challenger scene.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like 7 people. We had people. I mean, granted, there were people there rooting for Haggy or rooting against Haggy, but I mean, either way, it was incredible to watch the team play, and I'm excited. I can't even wait for Boston. It's like honestly horrible. I don't go like 3 seconds without just like wanting to leave now. We should just leave now.
I mean, we are also building a relationship like with
Yeah, you guys
our
met some people.
players.
Like, who'd
and
you
the
guys like?
community,
You guys met
Yeah.
like some great people on. I met them eventually, but you guys initially made the connection with them.
Part of it.
Shout out to Hitch. He gave us a little bit of pointers in growing an org. That was, really awesome. As someone so successful to not only help Optic grow, but as well his own org with TST. But big shout out of someone who's like became a really good close personal friend to Team Notorious. And it's only up from here. We have the same visions, and we are now kind of on his support of growing the challenger scene. So we can shout out the rotation. Ant himself. He's obviously your media, day-to-day updates, roster updates, scores, what stream to watch, everything. But not only that, he devotes his close personal time, money, and travel to the challenger scene. And us stepping in there, like that's someone that I not only want to work with from here on out to grow this scene and to make it very large, because we have this platform, this base of the challengers roster that's what I said to him, who's stopping us from making it happen, making the challengers league grow. And big shout out to the rotation.
Yeah,
he
I want to
makes
touch
the challenger
on.
scene go round.
We also ran into Fort Worth Element Esports. They were obviously a very, very how do I put it? A very good resource to meet, like 2 teams, especially like they were one of the other few org owners that were there as well. So we kind of got to network with them, talk about like potential collabs in the future and stuff, and kind of root for each other, and then also discuss it. Hey, like when we play each other, like let's go fight and just get all rowdy and be rivals. So it was awesome. Shout out to Fort Worth Element as well. They were 2 great guys, and definitely a brightful future for them as an org as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the team's performance themselves, The first like within the first couple matches, I mean, you wouldn't even have known that our team was playing with substitute. I think our first couple matches were like pretty dominant wins.
It was
Yeah.
2-0, 2-0.
Yeah,
It was
because
like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then
Saturday started
3-2.
the best of 5. So Friday was all best of 3s. I wasn't there. How many matches?
We
How
2-0'd
many matches
everyone
we play
on Friday.
2 teams. It was 2 games Friday, I believe.
2-0, 2-0.
3 games on Saturday. It was
Was it 3 or 4?
the Maulers, and then Elevate, and then the what was the team we lost to? Chap.
There was a match after
Chap,
Mullers,
what was
I
the
think.
team we
No,
lost
it
to?
wasn't.
Elevate.
No.
Was it
The
Elevate?
team
We
it
had
was
four
the second
games.
team we lost to.
We had 4 games.
Chap,
It went.
The second team we lost to was I think it was PRS Gaming.
Okay.
Was the
Yeah,
second
yeah, so-
team.
They played great
and
as
then
well.
we lost to Elevate in the winners bracket.
But
and
we
then
beat
lost to
Decimate.
PRS.
We beat Decimate 3-2,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went and faced Elevate, and then we played.
We lost to
Um,
Elevate and that other team. So
lost
yes,
to
it was
Elevate,
4. It
and
was
then
4
lost
4
4
games.
Yeah,
matches.
so Elevate is all. So anyone who doesn't know, Elevate took second at the Challenger Open. So they lost to the
LAG
Gorillas
Academy.
Academy. So they took second. We were very close to taking them to a map 5. It was a narrow loss. I believe we only lost by like 20 points in
played
the
6
game
matches,
4
by the
hard
way.
point. And when we lost to them, we faced so we beat Haggie's team. So the team, this was like,
Decimate.
I mean, yeah, Decimate. Twitter was loving it. I mean, they were making a whole bunch of memes of everything that has been going on. I mean, Haggie tweeted at us whenever we first initially were, our team tweeted, say they were looking for an emergency pickup. Everybody was tagging Parasite. And he responded and he was like, my offer is, I'll play for you guys, but if we match up against my team, I got to forfeit.
Yeah. Or throw.
Which was what our initial thought was going into the match. Was like once we saw that we were matching up, the rotation tweeted saying that our next match is against his team, Decimate, and
And it's
us as owners, we didn't know what he was going to do either. We didn't know if he was going to play or if like he had a change of heart and was going to play, or if he was going to forfeit the match, like he said he was going to. He ended up playing, and again, we really appreciate him playing. It was a game 5. It went the distance. It was a little bit of controversy. There was Parasite lagged out.
He had a scanner repair.
Yeah, he had a scanner repair.
Shout out.
Yeah, and it just again, it's a bad
Rules.
situation.
Yeah, it's the rules out.
It's a bad. We don't like. It just sucks. It
Yeah,
sucks
no,
for both
absolutely.
parties.
No, it does.
The game's broken. It forced a replay. They obviously had momentum. They were winning the map. It forced a replay. They lost the map. They ended up losing the series. It's not fun. Scanner repair and the game breaking isn't fun for either side.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, we're glad we got the win. But yeah, that got Twitter all riled up, and that was it was an interesting moment to be experienced, especially again, like we said, this is our entry.
Yeah,
This is our entry into the scene, and we got everybody tweeting about us and our team because of this situation. So it was fun. I had fun with it.
Yep.
I thought it was a cool thing to be a part of and a cool thing to experience, especially as a new org. It's like, how do you deal with that? So it was cool. So yeah, that was. So then we actually a funny story. Right before we're about to play, we all go out to lunch.
Oh my goodness.
And we get a tweet from Ant, the guy who runs the rotation, and he sends us a DM and he's like, "You guys are up," and we're like a mile away,
Yeah.
and we're like at a restaurant, and we're like, "What?"
Because there's no schedule. To clarify, it's not like we did
it
it.
was crazy.
It's not like we knew that they were going to be up at the certain time. It was.
Yeah, they're like
The
Friday we
schedule
went
was
from
so
playing at,
delayed.
every 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we
so
were
delayed,
2
and we
hours,
didn't
3
know.
hours.
Yeah, every match was taken, like there was like hours in between, and then like we just finished a match and then we go to eat lunch, and 10 minutes later we're getting DM saying we're up again. Me and Jared, we refused to miss a match. Like, we refused. Me and Jared, like, we just ordered drinks, and we're like we
Ran
gotta
back.
go. We were like, we gotta go. Someone stayed to pick up the bill, and we were like, and we took off. We ran all the way back
Yeah.
to the venue. I mean, I'm out of shape. I'm puffing and puffing, and I'm sweating bullets. Like, I can't breathe. Just ran a mile. I haven't ran a mile probably since high school. Dying.
Yeah.
And but we made it back, and we did not miss the match. Actually, we probably could have walked by the time it started up, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it was one of those things. You don't want to miss it. So we were
Absolutely.
there. We made it back, and all around, our team ended up finishing top 12. We basically went undefeated and then lost 2 in a row.
Top 12 with a
And
sub
again,
who hasn't played.
Yeah, we had a sub. It was a fantastic performance out of our team.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was, yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody, including obviously they're probably a little disappointed, but as owners and members of the team ourselves, like, couldn't be happier with how we played and how we placed. And hey, we can now talk, and then so I guess we can talk about the process of getting them signed to the long-term deal and
Yeah.
the official announcement on the YouTube channel, at least, of our full roster for the remainder of the
2020.
CDL season.
Yeah. So before we get going on this, we want to shout out to our partner, Dude Live. You can find them at app.dude.gg. You can discover, connect, and play with other gamers around the world. So sign up now, find your squad, and go win yourself some games. And overall, meet a fun group of people to play with. If you are one of the first 10,000 people to sign up, you actually get a special badge for that. They have a great website, great platform. You can earn badges and stuff like that. It's phenomenal. I've had a lot of time to kind of go through and see everything that they have to offer, and it's phenomenal. So get on it fast. Be one of the first 10,000 people to sign up. Yet again, that is app.dude.gg. Back to the podcast.
Yep. Well, thank you, Jared, for that
Yes, sir.
informative description on our sponsor in today's video is Dude. Like you said, it's a great app. Go check them out. It's basically networking for content creators. It's fantastic. But leading off of that, we are going to be able to make our official announcement for the roster. Obviously, Parasite wasn't able to. Parasite he's region locked to NA. He did officially announce that he will be coming back to competing. He's already been picked up onto another team. And since our team is EU based, even if he did want to play for us, it wouldn't be possible because he's region locked to North America. So, again, thank you, Parasite, for stepping in and helping our team out. And yeah, our official roster is going to be Eric Boom, Maple, Weeman, and Metals. Metals is a fantastic player that, unfortunately, we weren't able to see compete at the Boston major, or at the Raleigh major, because just like our team, and I'm assuming a bunch of other teams, that there just wasn't enough representation for players to be able to make it out to the tournament. So glad that he's on our team now and that we can assist in that process and see what the squad is capable of. I think we've been keeping tabs and they've been updating us, and I think the team is solid. I think they're meshing well, and I think things are going extremely well, and I can't wait to see how they do on the online tournaments when they start up here in a week or so. And then we don't got long till Boston, so we'll be back
very soon.
Right back on land here soon. So
I'm excited.
I'm really excited, and I couldn't be happier with the squad that we have now. Thank you, Furious, for at least representing us for the time that you were able to. We hope to see him back. Hopefully things can get situated, and he's going to be able to get everything worked out, be able to, and land on a team and make it out to these majors. We wish him nothing but the best, and we appreciate him for being part of Team Notorious, even though it was short-lived. We thank you for being a part of it.
Absolutely.
And
Anything else from anybody? Anything else?
No, we'll see everyone at Boston.
yeah,
Alright.
hey, make sure you follow all the socials, Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube. Just make sure you guys are staying updated. We will be at Boston. We will have some T-shirts. We have some stickers that will be given out. Again, Raleigh happened so quickly, and we didn't have much time to prepare anything.
No.
Actually, like nothing. We got on a flight and we got and drove there. So things were not planned out. We have a little bit more time to get things all situated. So if you're following us and you want to meet us, we'll be at Boston. We'll be handing out some free merchandise. It will be awesome. We hope to see you guys there, and we're coming for that championship.
Yep.
Hey.
Let's get it. And as always, remember to #be Notorious. Thanks, guys.
Always.
See you guys on the next one.